You guys, with this technique is going to blow your mind. It's going to be so not only fun for you to do, but you're going to see results pretty fast. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. How to visualize using the law of attraction, you guys, is going to be such a good one. If you can just elevate a little bit and see that this earth game, and if you haven't caught my last video on spiritual evolution, do check it out. Talk about earth as a school, you're here to learn. Anywho, so this is a game. And if you want to know how to play the game, you have to learn the rules. And the rules are the universal laws, which I am going to make a video on because I think it would be helpful. But side note, if you want to play the game of life well, you do need to learn the laws of the universe. One of those laws being the law of attraction, which is essentially just like energies attract like energies. Just think similar, likeness, matching of frequencies will match. So essentially that is, they're attracted to each other. They want to be partners, they want to be buddies. So we're going to talk about how to use your imagination, how to visualize essentially using the law of attraction. There's so many different ways for you to do it, you guys, but this technique is going to blow your mind. It's going to be so not only fun for you to do, but you're going to see results pretty fast. And I'm going to tell you exactly why, because essentially, your imagination is just a creative tool. Like literally that's what you're creating. If we were to close our eyes and imagine something, we literally are creating with our mind. And anything that you can look around and see as being built in the 3D world, it started in the imagination. It started as an idea. Somebody created it in their mind and then followed through and actually built it in the 3D world. So please know, your imagination is your greatest creation tool. You literally are creating your life with it. So if you have a life that you don't really like, you need to look at your imagination. You're actually creating it from this baby. So change it. Change your imagination. And I do have a video on that, so do check it out if you're interested on how to do that. You can actually use your imagination, your creative tool, the most powerful creative tool, to change your life into something that you want. So using your imagination, you are going to visualize, and this is what kind of makes this video different than other videos that you'll watch on manifestation, is if you're just visualizing or imagining something that you want to happen, that's great. But really the potency here is you have to really know what you want, and you have to know how you will feel or what it would look like finished. Like, how do you know what you wanted has happened? You have to identify that moment. So let's say I want to lose 20 pounds, okay? And then I can imagine myself just losing weight, I guess, really. But what you're really looking for, the magic here is that moment. How will I know that my goal is done, that I've manifested what I want? How will I know that the 20 pounds is gone? And you find that moment. So maybe it's none of my clothes fit, right? I go to put on my favorite outfit and my pants just fall down. Like, that's what we're looking for. That's where you gotta get really specific. So it's not just visioning for just any old reason, right? What is the moment? What is the end result of what's gonna be happening when you know that what you want has happened? So maybe it's a job offer, right? Let's say you're trying to get a job, and what's the moment, right? Is it the phone call? Is it someone calling you, telling you that you got the job? Like that, we're looking for that. We're looking for one single moment that represents the completeness of the desire and what you're trying to manifest. So no more visioning for visioning's sake unless it feels good to you. I love to daydream and vision, so that's something that I do. But this is so powerful. If you can nail that moment, like what represents the end, how will you know it's complete, what you're wanting? That's what you're gonna take into your visioning. That's what you're gonna take into your imagination. So that moment, so maybe back to the weight loss. So maybe it's, I'm standing in front of the mirror, I'm getting dressed, and then my pants just fall down because I've lost so much weight, like they don't even fit, okay? So I nail in, I lock in that moment. That's the moment that I'll know that what I've been visioning and what I wanted to manifest actually has happened. So you take that moment that you've identified, and that's what you're gonna take into your visioning. And here is the fun part, and this should actually be fun for you guys. You're gonna do this 3 times a day for 20 minutes. You're gonna set a timer 3 times a day for 20 minutes. I'm gonna tell you the most powerful times to do it. First thing, when you wake up in the morning before you have even got out of bed, you are in a light state of hypnosis. This is the best time, one of the best times, to do your 20 minutes of visioning that end result. And you're just playing that moment over and over again, right? I'm just seeing myself in front of the mirror and the pants falling. See myself in front of the mirror and the pants falling. And the imagination might bring into it more details, maybe like what kind of pants, or what time of day, and let the creation just kind of build itself out, and it will as you spend more time in it. But first thing in the morning, before I get out of bed, I'm gonna be playing that scene. 20 minutes, set a timer. The pants falling in front of the mirror. I'm just seeing it over and over and over, and it will naturally build out. Second most important time of the day is 30 minutes before you go to bed, or even in bed. So once you get yourself in bed, set a timer. You don't wanna fall asleep, you wanna be actively doing this. Same thing, standing in front of the mirror, pants falling. Standing in front of the mirror, pants falling. Bonus, there's some really powerful music that you can add to it that amplifies all the emotions and the energy around it, that just magnifies. It's unreal, guys. It's unreal how quickly this stuff sets into motion, especially when you add the power of music. So any kind of like classical, there's some great soundtracks. Right now I am listening to a song called TikTok on the Interstellar soundtrack. And I've got some more like Vivaldi and different things. It's just this classic, and it just builds up, and it's amazing. It's amazing. And it will completely, like I said, magnify, amplify your manifestation. So if you can play the music with your 3 times daily visualizations, you guys are gonna be reaching out to me, because it's gonna be unreal what's happening for you. Anyway, 30 minutes before you go to bed is the second visualization time. And then anytime during the day. So whenever fits into your schedule, lunch schedule, whatever. 3 times a day, 20 minutes. And here's the thing, you're doing it because it feels good. Yes, there is a desire to have the end result happen, but that 20 minutes a day is really about, we want this thing to happen so that we can feel good. It hasn't happened, but are you willing, and this will show in your commitment, like, are you willing, 40, that's an hour. It's an hour of your day. Are you willing to spend 1 hour every day in a state of having what you want? And if the answer is no, you don't really want what you want, or you're not willing to be in the receiving mode to receive what you want. That's better said. You could want it. I don't want to dispute that. But you're not willing to be a receiver of that. If it's gonna take 20 minutes a day for you to stop what you're doing and just sit in the energies of replaying that moment of completion of what you want, if I'm unwilling to do that, what does that say about what my priorities are? Because it's the feeling that we want. I wanna feel what it feels like to be 20 pounds lighter. And I have the opportunity 3 times a day, 20 minutes each time. If I say I wanna lose this weight to feel that way, but I'm unwilling right now, today, to sit in that feeling of receiving 20 pounds of lightness, do I really want what I'm saying? It's just something to consider, And we all have the time. If this is important to you, you'll make the time. We all have the time for things that are important to us. So if it's not important, don't do it. But this technique is beyond powerful. Add the music 3 times a day, once in the morning when you wake up before you get out of bed, 1 time during the day sometime, and then 30 minutes before you go to sleep. Add the classical music, set the timer 20 minutes, and replay, re-envision, reimagine the end result. Get so wrapped up and connected to that version of reality, that's what you give your power to, and not externally what you're seeing, right? So if I'm playing with this 20 pounds lighter bit, if I'm so in my vision, my end result, right, that mirror picture with the pants falling, then throughout the day, that's where my energy is coming from. Like, that's what I'm rooted in. We really, in manifestation, you guys, you're really looking to normalize what it is you want. And this practice does that. Your subconscious is not going to bring into your reality something that you feel separate from and have these feelings about, like, oh, I could never have that. So if it's $1 million or a nice car, or if there's this gap here, I could never have that, I don't deserve that, whatever's here, It's not happening. So, what you do in your 3 times a day, 20 minutes, is you're closing this gap and you are normalizing. So let's say it's a car now, right? Every day, 3 times a day, I am getting into that brand new car. And it's just me and I'm rubbing my hands on the steering wheel and I start the car and that's my end moment. That's how I'll know I did it, is I'm getting in, sliding into that driver's seat. That's my end moment. And I live there and I replay that. There's no gap between who I am and where I am and this car over here. I essentially, by every day, I've closed this gap. I am in this car. Now it's just a matter of my physical reality catching up. But there's no gap. Me and the car are one. I am in that seat. It's a done deal. Because I did it here, my imagination, my creativeness, right here, I made it real. I rooted into that reality. The car is mine. And it's so real to me, I can just see it over and over and over again. And this is essentially how you can magnetize anything into your life. Guys, it's a game changer and so easy. But are you willing to give an hour of your day? Are you willing to set a timer? Are you willing to get up 20 minutes earlier to be in the receiving mode, to use your imagination to create something that you want? Because that is what you are doing. You are using your imagination intentionally instead of just letting her, fly by. You're using her intentionally to create something that you want. Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. You guys, you can find me on the website, amityrose.co. I love you.